What I'll do now is project this MOTN data into Lok Sabha seats. And I just want to build some caveats so that there is adequate calibration. We don't have assembly-wise projection because that's not the level of granularity in this data. What you will see are, if Lok Sabha elections are held today, how would these 10 Haryana Lok Sabha seats vote? Last time it was 5-5, so in a moment from now I'll show you what the current projection is. And remember, in whatever seats the BJP gets, in a Lok Sabha context, there is the Modi factor. In the assembly context, and we've seen this twice, in 14 and in 19, the BJP tends to struggle in Haryana, even if it happens soon after a big Modi wave. So here it is on your screen now. The Congress had 5 seats in Haryana in the Lok Sabha elections. The BJP had 5. Yashwant and his team at CBOT are projecting that the Congress goes up to 6, even in a Lok Sabha context, which means if you translate this into an assembly context, at this moment his data broadly suggests that they're sitting roughly at about 60% of the 90 seats in Haryana. That's a very broad calculation, but directionally, if you want to know who's ahead, it's 4 seats for the BJP versus 6 for the Congress. Now let me convert this into votes. If you look at the vote share projection, the BJP had about 44% vote share. Now, the problem with this data is that in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, the Congress and the AAP fought together. The Congress itself was 44, 4% is AAP because they fought in Kurukshetra, so it's 46 versus 48, but actually it's 46 versus 44 because about 3.5+% was AAP. When you convert that, and the problem with this data, and Yashwant, is that you're basically taking Congress and AAP together, which is why it's India Alliance. Yeah. But you have to now minus the AAP vote. So your data is showing 44 versus 46. How much of this in your calculation is the AAP vote? Once that goes away, because it's unlikely that they're fighting together, then where will this 46 be?
Well, that's an interesting question because Aam Aadmi Party on its own in Haryana is not more than 1 or 2% of a structure as such. And once the anti-incumbency mood sets in and they know which party is going to replace, I totally agree with your assessment that I don't see much of that splintering going on. However, if you see that the others going from 6 to 10, that 4% increase is somehow, I feel there is what shall I say, some little bit of movement towards the JJP, INLD factions, because that's Then there are big terms of rebels and all those others.
That I think is the big difference between Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. The number of independents who will have their own clout and could pick up 3,000-4,000 votes, which could make the difference in a closely run seat. So,
but there is also, Rajdeep, the winning bandwagon effect. Once in the villages, word gets around that A party is losing and B party is winning, a certain amount of tailwinds get attached to whichever wagon seems to be winning.
Haryana has been a state which has been difficult often to read. Preeti is right that even in 2014 and 19, it wasn't as if these were wave elections. The BJP never got a majority till 2014 was the first time.
And straight through because two joined later.
So it is a difficult state when you're a small state, as we've seen. Small switches can make a huge difference in a small state. I just wanted to understand the importance of it. Sheila, we are starting off with Haryana. Okay, why do you think this round, in the backdrop of what has happened in Lok Sabha, is so important? Is this now going to be a test? Every election now a test. Is Congress back in the race, or was 2024 only an aberration?
Definitely, and I think we are in a very interesting, riveting times because we have never seen this before. When soon after election result is a climax, but we see another climax of judging that how this government goes forward now. Post-election, such a excitement of politics we have rarely seen.
So you're saying it's a continuation almost from 2024?
So I'm saying excitement is there in the air all over India. People are watching Modi, when he will come out of the setback of election, how he will come out. All this is happening, and I think these are almost a frozen times for the supporters and bucks of Modi. And wait a minute, but I want to say something interesting about Haryana. Few things. One, there is a perception gone down, though we consider election commission independent, but why Haryana and Kashmir was clubbed and Maharashtra was kept waiting, because where stakes are very high for Modi, BJP, Congress, everybody. One. Second, I think very successful time-tested formula of BJP has been in Haryana is non-Jat votes.
Consolidation of non-Jat votes.
Third, now Rahul Gandhi's political motto is caste, all about caste, caste, caste. So, within such a short time, BJP, Modi, RSS, everybody will be able to brand Haryana Congress as a Jat Congress. Then things will change. And last thing, that Rajya Sabha seat was given.
Kiran Chaudhary.
Yeah. So I think such a weak candidate of Jat. I think she is not.
Okay.
But
So
there's
let
a
me ask
message in
Amit.
that.
So message
Amitabh Tiwari has been waiting patiently.
Non-Jat votes will stick to BJP or not, and how will BJP will be able to keep
Sheila,
it united? And last thing, another thing, very important, Shaileja, she says she has shown interest.
Yeah,
And
she's gone on a yatra now
so
through
it's
urban
not
areas.
a small thing.
No, but,
It's a very big
what,
political move by
Yeah, sure.
Congress because Huda is considered, Huda is a one-man show.
Yeah,
But
but the
to
fact is that, from what one gathers at Congress meetings, the Congress has taken the stand, unlike in 2019, that the Hudas will run the show. They're driving the campaign. Shailja is very much part of it through an urban, she's having her own yatra. The differences are well known. But for once, the Congress seems to have decided that and they've done it a year ago, we are putting all our, the state president is a Huda man.
Rajdeep, they've tried. So you've had a Kumari Shailja as president of the
It
party.
didn't work.
It did not work for the Congress at that point of time. But yes, there is no doubt. There is a camp. It's actually called the SRK camp, which is the Surjewala, Kiran Chaudhary and a Shailja camp. Now, Kiran Chaudhary has been taken away, and Sheila, one of the main reasons that she's gone to the BJP, other than her minimal influence in the Bhiwani area,
Exactly.
Tosham seat, no. But she is the daughter-in-law of Bansi Lal. Bansi Lal is one of the biggest leaders where Haryana is concerned.
Okay, I want to ask
Yes,
Amitabh
but-
Tiwari. Amitabh
times have
Tiwari,
changed.
is there, when you look at this data, the reading on the surface is very clear. Massive anti-incumbency, BJP in a tough spot, Congress on the ascendant. That's the very simplistic reading. Is there anything that you see which could give the BJP managers hope that it's not a lost cause? We still have a particular formula to be able to make this more about caste, to try and split the anti-government votes so that the BJP still has a chance of being able to come back to power. What could that formula be?
See, the 2024 election results clearly show that no election is a done deal until the last vote is counted. That's very clear. So it's still 1 month, more than 1 month away. If you see, even in 2024 Lok Sabha, the elections was a very close contest, 5 seats each, even in terms of vote share, almost equal. If you see the net satisfaction rating, which is primarily very satisfied plus satisfied to some extent minus not satisfied at all, that is the lowest for the chief minister. It's just 1% for Naib Singh Saini, and it's very high at 19% for Bhupendra Singh Hooda. The BJP's hope is split of Jat votes. The JJP and INLD helped it do that in 2019 elections. 15% vote share was backed by the JJP. Now, whether it has the stamina and it has the caliber to again win that sort of a vote percentage, it is very, very doubtful, very doubtful. But can it increase its vote share from 1% in the Lok Sabha to 4-5%? That remains to be seen. The other fact is that the Congress party was able to consolidate largely the Jat, Dalit and Muslim votes, which is more than 50% of population in the Lok Sabha election. The constitution statement by many BJP leaders helped a movement of Dalit votes towards the Congress party. But however, as Preeti said, this alliance is a very fragile, tricky alliance. It's not a very permanent sort of alliance. So the BJP would hope or need to break this alliance of Jat, Dalit and Muslims, and the Dalits there could be the target of the BJP. How they do it?
There's one googly though in all of this that we've not discussed.
The leaders.
The real possibility, which the Congress has been pushing, and you saw Dipinder Hooda there to welcome Vinesh Phogat. Vinesh Phogat is a superstar at the moment in Haryana. I mean, she is at the moment Haryana ki beti, not just Jat ki beti, Haryana ki beti, India ki beti. And the Congress is making every effort to suggest that they are with Vinesh Phogat. I just wonder, will Vinesh Phogat actually bite the bullet and
Rajdeep,
contest
she
the
is right
election?
now, to be very honest, yes, she's widely popular in Haryana, but she's an accessory to a larger brewing discontent.
Sure.
Now, number one.
Will
number
she contest?
Number two, in the rural belt now, because before every elections, especially in Haryana, people talk, so dreams are being brewed that it will be a Vinesh Fogart versus Babita Fogart contest of Charkhi Dadri. They're building it to be that. I doubt if Vinesh Fogart will fight. Now, I don't know. But I think a Bajrang Punia might just fight. But then this is all, conjecture.
So what's very clear is for the BJP to win, they have to be able to split the anti-government vote. The better the BJP does, the better the BSP does, the better the INLD does, the better for the BJP. If it's straight, you like the government, you dislike the government, Congress versus BJP, then the BJP is in a tough spot. So Dharmendra Pradhan and others who are working on the campaign, like Biplab Deb from the BJP side, have a lot of thinking to do on how they can tactically pin the Congress down in Haryana. We've spoken enough about Haryana.
And now, before you move on from Haryana, I mean, just to put it on record, in our MOTN, we did predict 5-5 for both the camps in Lok Sabha, and we did say that the India alliance will poll 2% more than the NDA alliance. So, I mean, those, just for the sake of it, because, I understand we are coming out of a campaign where a lot of flack was aimed at exit polling and everything. But as I said, this is a continuous process. We get it right.
No, but if Sachin Tendulkar doesn't score a century once.
So before
sometimes in life it's best to take one step forward to
exactly,
go two steps, one step back to go two steps forward.
No, but if Kohli or Tendulkar don't score a century in a particular, it doesn't mean they're useless guys. I mean, you stick with the process. I think what's key is you believe in the data, you stick with the process, you'll get many right, you'll get a few wrong. You have to take it all.
I'm not going to be as
to understand
charitable,
Haryana better, because Indian politics started Ayaram, Gayaram and every such thing from Haryana.
Sure.
So Haryana is very important politically.
And because the first election after the Lok Sabha election, it's far more important than the state would ordinarily be.